Good love and good evening light, illuminators and way showers. This is Wendy bringing you once again the languages of lights. And we've got a storm brewing outside, and it's pouring, and lightning and thunder. And I don't know, I'm feeling this charged up energy in the air. Probably all the electrons. And I had great synchronicities today on my walk. Talking about butterflies the last couple of days and becoming the butterfly. And I took a walk down to the lake this morning, and as soon as I got there, actually it was this afternoon. As soon as I got there, there were butterflies everywhere. Yellow ones, blue and black ones, little purple ones, and the honeysuckle's blooming, and it just grows wild here. And I think the butterflies are just intoxicated with it because they were just literally everywhere. So I lost count when I first went down there. There had to have been at least a half a dozen at least. And so the whole time we were down there today, they were just everywhere. So I wanted to share my butterfly synchronicity today. And just share this element of rain and the electricity in the air and the electricity of synchronicities, and how when we follow our synchronicities, oh my gosh, you guys, it's 11:11. I just looked at the clock. Talk about synchronicities. Okay, so it's no accident that you are here in this way, in this now with me, enjoying this moment of synchronicity and listening to this light language transmission. Okay, transmission. And I'm hearing now broadening our horizons, expanding our self-awareness, the what we're capable of, expanding our ability to comprehend higher dimensional understanding. And they're even telling me now that this idea of oneness that they continually talk about oneness, and that we still haven't really grasped the idea that every change that we make changes every Akashic record. It changes every single timeline, and it changes every fractal of us and all of those timelines, which then, of course, has the effect then of changing every other timeline. It's a constant flux of information and energy. So I'm not really sure how all of this comes together, but having a drink of lemon water in my big polka dot W cup. So one moment while I have a drink. So happy 11:11, light bearers. And remember that every time you see an 11:11, if you see repeating numbers, remind yourself, if you're able to look it up right away and see what the message is for you, or jot it down to remind yourself to look later. Breathe. The most important thing we can do in that moment is breathe and realize that a message is being sent to us in that moment that we're hearing or I mean that we're seeing this, hearing, that we're seeing the numbers, we're hearing a message. And even if it's just to take a moment to take a deep breath, because we forget during the day, even I find myself just not taking that deep breath and that shallow breathing, which leads to lack of oxygen, which allows us to become anxious, and we don't have the brain function, we don't have the physical function, we don't have the mental and the muscle functions when we are not properly oxygenated. So they're saying that there's so many different messages that are, as we expand our awareness and we see these repeating numbers, it's to take that moment to be grateful, to breathe, to look up the message, and it's going to be something different every single time. And that's the point, is it's about coming back to 0 point. It's about remembering to come into the here and now and recognizing that there's a message. And even just saying out loud or telepathically, thank you for this awareness. What is it that I need to know in this moment, in this now, for my highest expansion and my highest awareness? And I do that a lot when I see these repeating numbers. It's as if I'm being told by the universe to stop in my tracks, stop what I'm doing, and sometimes it's just a confirmation of what are you doing in that moment, and to confirm that you're on the right path, and that even if you are contemplating something, second guessing something, even if you're in a less than positive state of being, it's also a reminder of that, to stop and remember. This is supposed to be a joyous journey. This is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an amazing ride. It's supposed to be smooth. We are supposed to glide through by synchronicity and stop trying to control everything. And I think sometimes when we see these repeating numbers, it's a reminder to us to stop, be aware, be in the present, to listen for a message, and sometimes just to breathe, just to remember to just breathe. And I will often, if I'm needing a quick wake up, and I see that digits on the clock, it reminds me to measure my breathing. And it reminds me sometimes I'll even do the breathe in for 3, hold for 4, and push out for 7. And I'll do that 3 times in a row to simply get the energy moving again, get the oxygen filled, my lungs filled with oxygen, my bloodstream filled with oxygen. And you'd be surprised and amazed at how it floods us with endorphins. That anything that brings you into that moment of joy and brings you into the present and reminds you of your divine connection, your sovereignty, your self-awareness, your self-knowledge. It releases the endorphins within us, the happy chemicals that help us rejuvenate and re-enliven ourselves and refuel and bring us back into the now, to remind us that the most powerful thing we have is the now and the breath. And the two of those combined, and that awareness of the now and the breath is it is the I don't want to keep using gateway, but they're showing me that it's literally the act of being present is saying, I am aware and grateful for this now, whatever's happening in my existence, in my circumstances. I'm acutely aware of this moment, and that if it's anything less than what I view as perfect, I have in that moment I have the ultimate power to alter that frequency and become a higher state of being, a higher frequency than what I was a moment before. Or to validate that high frequency you're already in, or to validate that thought, that question, that answer to the question. And sometimes it's just to remind us to listen for that answer that we've been asking. All day, all month, all year, all week, whatever, to remind us that the answer is in awareness. And really that's what meditation is. It's just listening to your breath, becoming aware of this moment, and staying in this moment, staying in the present, and not allowing the mind, which is not designed to do the how, the what, the when, the where. We drive ourselves to exhaustion, physical, mental, and spiritual exhaustion, when we expect the mind to do the job it is not designed to do. It is designed to receive information from our higher selves and perceive it and allow us and allow you to examine your emotional and physical response in that moment based upon that thought and that belief, and allowing you to adjust it accordingly every minute. I need another drink of water. Okay, thank you. Mi oen ya ounti shapoluhema o antes sapaleto to sibo unayawa kele. Sono buso to siabalunsa ki a sapalunti shapo unti a korabakose. Makoreshi inki ki a tatel shiawalunsi piki ondo sapla. Plaki satosomo o niba o shotokuya palesema shoko apayi. Le simiki la imayura ki shanai wala se. Sati me awana me awala ina me atukuya pala shotokuya. Shiniki sata sepi ieto yama aleana ewala ko apato. Samusata shi wala yamalua kalako. And they're reminding me to remind you that in your meditations to include if it helps to center oneself, to include visualization of these numbers, visualization of the number 11, 11, 11, visualization of the triangle, visualization of any sacred circuit, and also to be aware of any symbols, images, names, animals, flowers, colors that come to you in your meditation. For each one of these is also a message from your guides in assisting you in becoming self-aware on a multi-level basis, a multi-dimensional basis. So in your thought processes and in seeing these multiple repeating numbers and reminding you to focus your awareness in your meditations on this information that's coming in. And by focusing on the symbol, it allows the mind to stay in the here and now and open new portals, empower your DNA to intentionally invite a connection of higher learning, higher understanding, higher knowledge, which is always available to you, always. These are simply permission slips to activate the intention within you and to also serve as a guide for your guides and higher realms to express and send more information. For it is a signal and a symbol that you are intentionally expanding and asking for more. And that by being aware of these subtle messages in the stones and the feathers in your path, in the bird song, in the animal totems that come into your awareness or that you experience in your day-to-day activities, every time you acknowledge the reception of this information, acknowledge the presence of that energy in your awareness, it sparks a new opening within you. It opens a new portal within you, and it sends a signal, and it allows you to grow brighter, to allow your signature scent, your signature vibration, your color, your aura to grow and expand and change. And this is visible from the layers of dimensionality. Serving as permission, as a free will individual, a free will energy, a free will environment, a free will agreement, a free will existence for all. Is free will, and all are creators. And it allows the permission beacon to be sent to the guides to send more information. For it is only by your divine will that you receive more information. So when you say, I am not hearing my guides, I am not connecting, I do not have this ability, nothing could be further from the truth. You all contain this ability. You simply must be willing to open, willing to expand, willing to open the portal and invite these connections, invite the memories, invite them into your dream states, and invite them into your daydreams, invite them into your meditations. Invite the light of understanding to always be flowing through you, that you may emanate this automatically in your speech, in your actions, for you will begin to feel this flow of love in everything that you do. Everyone you greet will see and feel this expansion of your aura, this vibration of higher energy around you. And like butterflies, like moths to a light, and bees to nectar, they are all living light. And you attract by your light, by your vibration. Like hearing a beautiful symphony in the distance. Others will be drawn to the beauty of the sound that you emit, that you cannot hear, the sound of your colors, the sound of your aura. This prism of beaming light, all ever-changing. Lehikia Bateshna Wago Sanopota Shiawa Ale Sanaki Roshi Senia Lantuya Lamoonia wa Shiamawa Lesa Akeshi Topotora Shamokode Kile Iniki Seti Ai Lino Mamora Kalesa Enki Shea Lay Linky Anteia no noso. Potoso moko etashino onima ewaniki tapodosho kose. Satotombo torisela. And they will leave better for being in your experience, being in your vibration. They will vibrate higher simply for standing in your light. Nikia tatono yari satashni akiti asanetaiwa atisani sato yako ekini ya yewolo hoyara Tiendo ya kelesa, tieniki ata sipotosho, ania, Li'ikiki, Shanayawa, Niawaki. The fairies are here. Dee. Tikianiti, Shanoya Onati. And they tickle. Tiasanosoya Onoye. Their vibration is fun and ticklish and generous and loving and colorful. Tinkia Dashnoa. Yes, we are here. Niadishino Antua Kayawasani. And yes, we send you numbers. Tishanewasa. And feathers. And we lay the sticks and symbols. Nitya etetoko atashnupote. Ishnoa kalayasanaso. We play with you. You invite us to play. Tianoko asanasho. To lay the breadcrumbs in your path so you may visit home again. Tishnoso, finding your way back. Nishiaka Niki Sanotosha. And yes, your pets always see us first. Yes, they do. Yes. Nikiasano sopashno kwale se. Teshno. Teto yisuno andoshna. Tesa. They play with us. Tinkoyata. Miasunuyo enea ia tashania kiatoya amayu osho koate semiawai. Miasani wa unawa. And the children, the hybrid children, play with your children. Send them your love. Remind them that you are here, loving them, sending them images and fun, showing them who you are, how you have fun, what you enjoyed as a child. Bring back that into your life now. Run, jump, swim, color, swing. Run through the sprinkler, jump in the water, play, run, blow bubbles. Yes, Satoshi. Be light. Be light. This is a literal metaphor. Be light. No shoy kotenji satasano. And know that you will just shine. Without even trying, you will shine. You will glow wherever you go. Dashnyo kodes. Glow wherever you go.
Sikia ni sopayan sopayala wa e nakiwa sato ene ki sata soto sumo otoko. Siki tiki sono soposo kaini ki sashi totoro sonosa satashiki. Dance in the rain. Dance in the rain. Oh, this energy is so strong and fun and silly and amazing. Kiasa no ishiki ala kiana so ala kitashna kita kosa toshna ala kisa tosone oshna kiasa la kishna ala kicha no odoso kiasa no sotashnya lasano kosa. Go play with the trees. Niasonoso. Your fairy guides are waiting for you there. Shinokotiasana. Sonoso. And your hybrid children. Send their love and receive your love. Be fun and play with the Fae. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mahalo. Namaste.